Ladies and gentlemen, we're back in the studio, back online, back with the guru. I don't know who this bloke is sitting next to me, but episode 14 of the Aussie Backyard Banter, Mitch hosting again. Tommy, where have you been? What have you been up to, mate? Welcome back.
Thank you. No, I've just been enjoying time with the family and just life in general. It gets a bit busy sometimes. Unfortunately, can't always make it, but no, thanks for having me back. It's good to be on for the first time in about, I think, 7 episodes. So it's been nice. A bit like your reffing career, ref one and then disappear for the next 12. So
and unlike you just turning up for one, people are excited when they don't see me. But
exactly
we're happy to have you here. Callum, mid-dinner, thank you for joining us. And you've got a guest appearance too. We've got a celebrity sitting next to you.
We sure do. She snuck into the background here.
Yeah, as long as she doesn't charge appearance fees, we're running low on the cash.
No. After our disappointing run with sponsors this week, I couldn't afford anything. So
yeah, we will touch on that because Beals has promised us that he's got his ready for the movie review. So we'll see how we go for a sponsor for that later on. But James, back in the studio of books, mate. How is it to be back in the sunny bunker?
Yeah, that's right. I'm back in my safe space, floating head on the television. Yeah,
it was good to see your legs last episode, as was pointed out by Emma.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
we will roll on.
Just touching base, can I just say, unfortunately, I wasn't here for last episode, but my gosh, it was a cracker.
Yeah.
I've listened to it a couple of times, and yeah, it's just so interesting. It's a whole different perspective on looking at an elite athlete. Like, it's just the whole life. It was just something I never really thought of, and yeah, it was a really good insight of everything that goes into it. So yeah, well done to all you guys involved.
Yeah, it was great, but I'd love to take more credit. But Emily was the star of the show.
Like, yeah, 100%.
Beals kind of stated after too. Like every question that we kind of had lined up for her, she'd answer in her part, and we're like, oh, well, realistically, we're not really needed for this. It was basically Emily's podcast featuring just some people who kind of know about sport. We also noticed too, after I did looked online, we were sharing some of the information on socials and saw that she's actually been on the Matty John show. So no short of media training. I think we could have learned. Maybe she should have been asking the questions, but anyway, we will get through that. But one thing she didn't talk about much, and which was a little bit disappointing, the only thing she didn't touch a lot on was cars. Probably left that to Callum, knowing, and friend of the podcast, obviously, she would have been listening, knowing that, she's not going to dabble in stuff that when there's someone out there better. Now, how is the current situation going? We've got a fact checker beside you tonight. So,
mate, that is bold of you to assume that I know anything about anything. So, I wouldn't go stating that too loudly. Yeah, but no change here. Just everything's in the toilet as usual. Right comfortably where it needs to be. So
that's right. I found the sound effects.
I've been missing for a while, Cal. They're all the cars up and running at the moment, or a few down, or
the Jeep's the only good one at the moment. Everything else is cooked. It's the only reliable thing we have. So anyway.
What happened to the Dado?
Oh, it's. Let me just censor myself here for a moment. It's unwell. Let's say
unwell. Disappointed.
It's in Tesla mode at the moment because the alternator's died, so I'm just charging the battery in the driveway and then unplugging it and driving it around on battery power for the moment.
Mate, good for
last long enough to get me to work. Yeah, it's basically a Tesla at this point. I'm going to start claiming all the rebates.
It's basically a petrol mower.
Oh, well. One of the show. Yeah, we'll touch on it quickly now. But one of friends of the show and the person I work with, Pete, he was out there today and got the blower going to get rid of some pesky leaves just in the branch, and the smell of two-stroke even got him excited. So good shout out to Mr. Lee, friend of the show.
Just while we're on that, can I just bring up? I was going for a walk the other morning, and I came across a mower that none of us has discussed as of yet. We're walking along and we're like, wait, what's that coming out of the mower running to the power box?
Hang on,
he had a mower that was run by electricity.
Like extension.
Extension cord plugged into the mower, plugged into the power box, switched on. Every lap he's got to lift it up and go over his head. I was going, like, I'd never heard of this. I was like, this takes the cake. I think I need one.
Because I literally read the show notes and it was like mower chat. And I'm like, we've discussed everything. Then I quizzed you. I was like, are we under robot mowers? Or...
Yeah, no, it is 100% a electricity run mower. You'd say, like, it was plugged into the power source. Like, not even a 3-phase. It's literally just plugged into the wall, just running. Like, it was, God. And God, it looked like a hassle, but small yard, but just like, what would make you go, right, you know what? I'm going to get a electric plug-in mower.
I could only imagine how many times that's been cut.
Oh, surely it's dangerous if you cut it.
Look, man, I don't know. You'd be the only one with a shred of understanding of that.
It's, my firm belief on that is that if you have a plug-in mower, you are a big fan of the motel room chair. I reckon. Same sort of bloke.
C and rhymes with uck.
Exactly. I reckon if you've got the old 240-volt mower, big fan of a motel room chair, I reckon, and a bit of spectator sports.
I'll have to ask next time I walk past.
You might get a bit more than you bargained for there, Thomas.
We might do a Tracy Grimshaw style interview with the mic. Just run up to him, being on the street.
Bit more than cutting the grass, you may say.
Exactly, cutting the grass.
No, that was all. That was all I wanted to bring to it. It was just I couldn't believe it. I thought my eyes were deceiving me.
You think battery power's come a long way, but some of the old school traditions. Just the effort. Oh, but how was your experience with joining seeing the light with the petrol mower? I know you borrowed mine. It came back in relatively good condition.
Look, I want to give it back, and then I wanted to borrow Bill's and not give it back, and then borrow Emma's and not give it back, and just say, "Oh, guys, they're broken because they're petrol mowers." But it was good, mate. It was good. Did the job they had to do. Yeah. Happy to never use it again because I love the environment. But it did the job. Thank you.
If only our text messages were safe for public, and I would show the world what you really meant. But anyway, we deep down we know. But speaking of grass and cut grass in particular, they tend to play a lot of sport on cut grass. And,
they do.
And Origin was on last night as we record this podcast. Hell of a segue. I worked well on that.
You did well, yeah.
Callum, fantastic. I'm sure, kept 3/4 of a brain cell on it, but. For those keen watchers at home, Tommy, talk us through it. Because to be honest, I watched the start. I watched the first 20 minutes and went to bed because I was like, I don't need this in my life. Woke up to a New South Wales win. So, mate, what happened? What's your views?
Oh, God, no, being I guess, neutral supporter, you'd say, with just wanting a good fair game of rugby league on. Mate, it was a classic. Queensland started well. Bit of a horrendous call by the referee, but hey, that's footy. And then Blues did very well to come back. But Bills looks a bit angry at this topic. Have you got something to add to it, James? Or
have you got a spiels lined up after your movie review last week, mate? Or what's going on?
Yeah, I have, and this gets me frustrated every year the Origin's on. Yeah. Every time the Origin's on, I don't like the fact that it's on a Wednesday. It starts so late at night. I can't finish it, so I don't even bother watching it. And I like rugby league, and I can't be bothered.
Is that just because of your work, mate? You start early.
Yeah, that too. But I think it ruins the regular season for all the club teams because the weekend before they're not playing, and the weekend after they're not playing. Then they get injured. They're not in it. It always takes the best players out. And it's like, oh, can they just have a bye for the weekend or maybe do 3 weekends in a row, mid-season break and do it or something? I just don't like it. I never liked the Wednesday.
That's a great point. I see, is it Anthony Abdo, the head of the league, is now quitting, going to tennis apparently.
Is that where he disappeared to?
Yeah, Tennis Australia heard it here first. James, if they said to you, right, you're taking his spot, you're filling his shoes, what would be your first mode of action with the Origin? What would you do to make it better?
People seem to like the time of year that it's on. I don't think you could do it after or before the season. But I think maybe like a mid-season break and just do 3 weekends in a row, make it a big thing, big event, do the men's and women's at the same time, and just go for it. then you're not interrupting the regular season for all the teams. And I know the players like doing it because they get paid a fair bit of money to be a part of the Origin, so they can still do it. And you're not interrupting everyone else's time.
I agree there, James.
And do it on a weekend.
You can see both sides of it. Like, yes, standalone weekends would be better because you do just get all the focus on that. Everyone else gets a well-earned break. But the biggest thing I think with 3 weeks in a row is you don't get, like, say an Origin player plays game 1 and goes back to clubland and gets injured, then a new person comes through who doesn't get the opportunity because their first, say, 3 games in the season weren't very good. Like, I reckon weekends are great, but what if you did like once every 4th weekend or something? But then you can also bring in like, rightio, this is Origin. Let's bring in like a New Zealand versus England and like a Samoa versus Tonga. Make it an actual
It
weekend.
dilutes it too much, I think. But being in camp's a big part of it, I think.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm sure, I mean, you've been a part of rep sport. A lot of your friendships and those things, you're connecting with guys from other clubs that you don't normally play with. In that, like, that's what makes Origin special too. Like, you're getting a lot of guys that normally hate each other on a week-to-week basis playing back in together.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of people who still hated that Luai fella when they were in camp with him. I know I would have, but yeah, 10 days too is a big one because they're in camp for 10 days.
Yeah, which should be cool. Like, something different. Yeah. Matt, I'll throw to you here quickly because just as you grab a mouthful of food.
What do you got there, mate? Looks delicious.
It's bloody good, mate. Bit of Greek-style chicken, apparently.
Mate, maybe you should get a food sponsor. We'll touch on the alcohol issue later. But, mate, being in the nightlife, is the Wednesday night, does it bring a lot of people into the pub? Is it an annoyance? Like, how does it work for those sides?
Every pub I've ever worked at with an Origin, it's always the same. It was the same last night. I was working in a venue last night. I got there. I started at 7:30. Place is packed. Kick off at 8. The second it's all done by 10:15 at the latest, it's just ghost town. Everyone dips. Like, it's great.
Yeah.
But I'm surprised still so many people go out because, you can't watch your weekly footy on free-to-air anymore, but Origin's still on Channel 9. So I'm surprised that many people still go out to the pub.
It'd be interesting to see how many people have sickies today.
That's a good one for you, Beals.
Like them Blue supporters, I imagine, would have been hitting it pretty hard about 10:30 last night when the full-time whistle was blowing. But
that's the other thing too. Accor Stadium, where it's located, I'm not a big fan of that vicinity because there's nothing around it. You've got to get public transport back into the city. Like, even if you were...
The buzz is coming down, you're ready for bed.
100%. Yeah. But did you find anything, James? You're giving me the shake of the head. Nothing useful.
Yeah, it did say that sick leave rates spike significantly across Australia on the Thursday morning, immediately following a state of origin. I don't have specific numbers, but yeah, it says they do spike.
No
which
surprises
doesn't surprise
me.
But also rugby league.
Yeah, and too, maybe it's our age bracket too, where like we don't bounce back as quick as we used to.
That's why, mate. That's why I prefer Super Rugby.
Yeah, well, fair. Yeah. Well, we will get to that in a second. Right. I think my friend Ashley has copped a fair bit today, but, Ashley Klein, the referee. But anyway.
Mate, always the ref's fault. You know what people say.
But it was, for the record books, the greatest comeback in any team in Origin, or in Origin history by any team, by a single team.
Mate, it was great. Pouring down rain. It was theatre, wasn't it? It was absolutely amazing.
I don't know. I went to bed after the first 25 minutes. Yeah, I take your word for it, Tommy. And some of the tries, Nathan Cleary, one of your friends, Beals.
Absolutely the best.
Mate, he's good, isn't he?
He is. Good. Tommy, you want to talk about... sorry, James?
Although I was just going to say I didn't watch it, so I don't know what he did.
I just heard he saw more of the game than you and me combined by the sounds of it.
I reckon I did. I was about 3 metres away from the world's largest big screen, so I did get to witness quite a bit of it. Yeah, what is he? Second highest point scorer of all time now in Origin? I do believe.
Yeah, we'll believe you.
Yeah, I would.
I'm pretty sure. Saw a stat on the telly yesterday. I don't know.
Double down and move on. I like it.
Anyway, look,
Yeah. All the things I queued up on the AI research and just pick one thing I don't know.
The other thing we've kind of come across my desk a little bit, but not as much as I'd like. And Super Rugby season's going into finals very shortly, Tommy. You excited, mate? You've been watching a lot. I've really enjoyed some of the matchups, but some of the Australian teams have really dropped off the cliff. Like, I Western Force have nearly made the chance at finals and lost a game, and bonus points hold them back. So yeah,
Force won the last 4. They've finished well. They just gave
Yeah.
away too many games early, but great team on paper. A lot of Wallabies and potential Wallabies. Waratahs, as always, they're going to finish 7th. Or what's the joke in league? Is it always Tigers or someone always, or is it Tigers always finish one spot out of the 8?
always.
That's pretty much Waratahs. They're always one spot out of finals. Great team, probably the richest club in Super Rugby, but just don't know. Never gel. Brumbies, best team in the world. They work well.
Waratahs the last Australian team to win it though.
They would be, yeah, and that was in 2015.
2015,
2016, yeah. So been here 10 years. Brumbies have made the grand final qualifier probably the last 5 or 6 years.
Yep.
Red hot crack, but just can't seem to beat the Kiwi teams. But the Kiwi teams, you just next step. And then you look at the ladder this year, the Hurricanes on top. They're going to finish on top. Chiefs, Blues, Crusaders, top 4, comfortably all New Zealand team. So
Yep.
it's going to take a bit of an upset for a Wallaby team, for an Australian team, sorry, to win. But Queensland Reds and Brumbies will give it a red hot crack.
Yeah, so you don't think? Well, that's probably another question. Do any of the Australian teams have a red hot crack? A chance, I should say, like a realistic chance.
Brumbies always do. Like we have beat 4 Kiwi teams out of the 5 this year. We can beat them, but a great team sometimes just doesn't gel. But they're probably the team who can cause an upset. Reds, same thing. Like Australian footy is a lot stronger than what it has been in the past because you've cut the Rebels out and spread the better players across more clubs. But it's just, it's I don't know. New Zealand's just better at the moment, unfortunately.
And they've just been consistently better too.
Yeah,
it's frustrating. Even when the South African teams were part of our Super Rugby, it didn't change that much. New Zealand was still,
they're still good.
Yep.
So, but that'd be interesting. Like all these Origin stars coming across now and playing rugby again next year. It'd be interesting if that makes any difference or not. But no, it's exciting to get to this part of the Super Rugby because the Wallabies test are just around the corner.
Exactly. So what's the matchups? Do you know what the finals games are going to be?
No, this weekend there'll still be a lot depending. Hurricanes will finish first, but then everyone else can finish between 2nd and 6th.
That's awesome. Yeah.
So, which is pretty cool. So, Brumbies is still a chance of getting a home final, but tough chance. Like results have to go our way, but they're playing Moana Pacifica this weekend in Moana's last ever Super Rugby game, which would be a big crowd in Canberra, I imagine, cheering them on. So, yeah.
Because is it the Pacifica team? They've kind of been the Brumbies' nemesis. They've kind of lost to them twice this year.
Yeah, that was Fiji, yeah.
Fiji,
yeah. But, Moana, they're struggling this year. They've announced bankruptcy and they weren't even going to play this weekend because they can't afford to pay the players or anything. A couple of Kiwi greats has helped them with a bit of their pocket money. But, it's not good for the sport when you have struggling teams like that, and now they're gone altogether after this weekend.
Especially with the pressure put on by rugby league too.
Yeah.
That's a scary prospect in those Islander nations through there, which has always been strong rugby all league. I mean, Zach Lomax has been playing quite well, I thought.
Mate, he's a very good player. Still getting his rugby wits about him. Like he hasn't played since he was 12 or something, but he's getting there.
Do you think he's going to be a better signing than Swalihi?
Nah. I still reckon Joseph Swalihi is going to be one of the best Wallabies of all time. His talent is he's 22.
I know, but he's done bugger all.
He's 22.
Yeah.
Like you watch him do some stuff and like some of the stuff he does is absolutely brilliant. It's like, right, this kid plays for another 2 or 3 years and gets more confidence and gets less injuries than that. He's just going to be a superstar. He's going to be one of the best Wallabies of all time. Because that's the thing. He's got a lot of pressure on him, but he's a kid. Like,
yeah. But I suppose those guys have kind of grown up with it, the pressure.
Yeah. Like I was saying last night, like he was the last Origin player to get sent off, but he was 19 at that stage. Like imagine being 19 and playing Origin. Like it's when I was 19, I probably could have played Origin, but I had a sore back. So
busy that
day. But yeah.
Callum was probably faster than the wingers when he was 19, if I remember correctly from some of our sprint races at uni. But mate,
definitely. I definitely had the legs under me, but it would have been considered doping, I feel. It would be unsportsmanlike. Maybe at those, what are they, the enhanced games? Maybe
the enhanced games. Have you been following that? Anyone been following that?
I've just been seeing the snippets of, is it Magnuson? James Magnuson, the swimmer, and intrigued, but no, actually physically haven't seen it.
No, I haven't been watching, but it was quite interesting. Like, because a professional swimmer swam against him and beat them all, like a non-doped up swimmer, just as a trial thing. And all the scientists like, well, yes, because all the jacked up steroid people are much heavier, so they're going to be weighed down and slowed down in the pool. Like the steroids that aren't going to enhance your swimming capacity because you're so much bigger and you a lot more to move across the pool. But like more like your weight lift and all that stuff, I imagine you're going to steroids and everything will make a big difference because that's just brute strength.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're the same with the swimming stuff like that. You're nearly too heavy to get across the pool probably.
Wouldn't it be like as purely the fact of an age difference? Like James Magnuson would be into his 30s now, wouldn't he? Late 30s, 40s?
Oh, he's younger than us, I believe.
Oh, okay. Beals, can you look that up for us, mate? But like, surely the younger you are, like, say a 19-year-old Tommy Lamont, enhanced versus a current day Tommy Lamont.
He was very enhanced.
It's exactly the same thing.
But like, if you're an elite athlete and then, like, it does make a difference because otherwise they wouldn't win gold medals.
But also,
The Russian, sorry, I shouldn't say that. Allegedly. No, I think they did get done for doping, didn't they, the Russians?
I'm not here to talk about anything. My lawyer person.
35.
Beals, how old is
They
he?
terrify me. Yeah, my age,
Yeah, right. So you could look like that, Tommy.
Yeah, but I do look like that.
You may not like it, but this is what performance looks like.
It is. That's why we like rugby. It's performance for all sorts of bodies.
I don't even think I can say anything to that. That's just sums it up absolutely perfectly. But so, Matt, just going back to your Tesla car, the daily, which is one of a few vehicles that you've got in the garage. Last time we spoke, you were chasing a wrecker or a car repair parts sponsor to fix up the Falcon, the original daily. But
yep.
What's sorry, I'm just lost for words. Where are we up to in terms of the car?
They haven't dropped the flaming thing back yet.
They've still got it.
Oh, mate, I'm going to go down. I'm going to cross the border into Queensland just to go to a Suncorp office and punch on with someone, I think. Because they are just carrying on. It has been like 10 days since they said they'd drop it back, and I still haven't got the bastard. So
is this the guys that the insurance company took it to and then they paid you out? Is kind of where we got to.
Yeah, well, I'm going to go for a drive around town tomorrow and see if I can find the bloody thing. It's like, it was at a mechanic's and then it was supposed to be delivered to me. Well, I said I'd go and get it, and then I realised it was in pieces, and I was like, no, well, you guys can drop it off then. And that was a week and a half ago, and I've not heard anything since. So I'm going to drive around town tomorrow and see if I can find the bloody thing and go, is it at the mechanics? Is it back at the panel beaters? Has it been sold? Like, what are we doing here? But anyway, so no, it's been an absolute saga. But yeah, so that's going to be me tomorrow. Just like, what are you morons doing with my car? Can I please have it back?
Yeah, the shakes of the head for Beal. He looks like you might have a henchman if you need him. He looks fired up.
Yeah, I'll go and get him. I'll go and pick Beals up and we'll go to Suncorp head office and we'll
right
just
there
go and
behind
throw
you.
some hands. Yeah,
And why are they
insurance.
And why are you throwing hands? Can you ask them to be a sponsor as well, please?
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah.
Just, they would love your money. Sponsor the pod.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, well, I do love their money. They could give me some more of it, would be good. But I'll take the money they've given me. But yeah, just give me the goddamn car back. Anyway,
Speaking of sponsorship, Matt, how did you go with the beer sponsorship from the ad that we did? No luck.
No, let down gently by a fellow Callum. Disappointing. Anyway.
All Callum's a jerk.
I know. We'll be having words at the annual conference, but
they make you fall in love with them and then just break your heart. All Callums, don't they?
Just let you down. Just let you down. But
the annual Callum conference.
Yeah, that's a big one. Yeah,
yeah, every Callum in Australia meets up.
Yeah, it's sick.
Is that around the same time as at the annual Redhead conference, or is that a?
No, that's just a happy coincidence. Nothing organised there.
Yeah, right. So just no luck, mate. They've run out of sponsorship. We were too good to sponsor.
Yeah, yeah, sure, we'll go with that. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, they didn't. you know, we aren't elite enough for Carlton, and you know, the other ones we're still working. We got time. We'll
Maybe
keep
I should
trying.
maybe I should put the ad up on our socials just
Surely
by
there's
itself.
like some little microbrewery that we can record a few podcasts from and get on board. And they can make their own Aussie backyard banter lager and
Oh, mate.
You know, you boys might have to head down the road to the Crow and have one there.
yeah,
We should. We should. Is that Nick Kyrgios has got a hand in that?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Nick Kyrgios is one of the owners of the local craft beer shop in Wagga. Yeah,
I'm a big fan of him. He's a gentleman.
Look, without knowing him off the court, maybe we should just get him on the podcast.
Well, I met him once. It's about 6 months ago.
Yeah.
If not more, about 4 a.m. out of Mooseheads. And I said, g'day. And he said, g'day back. I was like, oh, this guy's a legend.
Yeah, right.
So
were you just taking dogs for a walk at that time, Tom?
Yeah, I was taking my dogs for the walk.
Early morning jog.
Someone let the dogs out. I've always loved him, and I'm liking all these sport people getting into pubs and stuff. I reckon it's cracking.
I suppose when you earn a fair bit of money in your sporting career, something that I don't think you and I will have too many issues with, what do you do with it all? I suppose that's the thing, because it's only short-lived money. You'd want to invest it, I suppose.
A lot of people invest it into sports bet. So I've heard. Or is it
gamble responsibly?
Tib? The green hat one? Yeah.
Oh, God. Gamble responsibly. Yeah. If you what is it? If you need any support, call 1-800-858-858.
Why do you know that?
The gambling support hotline. Yes.
Had that quick at hand. Yeah. Jesus.
What's that?
You had that quick to hand?
I do. I actually listened to a podcast on the app that's green with white writing, and they mentioned it quite a bit. Shout out to the Big Sports Breakfast. Yeah.
One big thing, sorry, just with gambling is, I reckon when we were all 18, what was that, 10 years ago? Bit more?
Beals 6 months. Callum
Bit more?
hasn't got there yet, but
it's there seems to be a lot more betting franchises now, aren't there? Like gambling franchises, like there's so many more. Like when we were growing up, like even sports bet wasn't really a thing. Like,
but to be fair though, when we were like, this is going to sound real like boomer chat now, but when we were that age, like phones weren't anywhere near as good as they are now. Like the apps weren't there. Like the quality of the app. Like if you got an app on there, you'd drain half your battery.
And you still had to go to the actual pub itself to watch the TAB races. You couldn't watch it on your phone.
Yeah, exactly.
Like allegedly, I was watching at work today, and like it's easy, just on the phone, just allegedly watching it.
Yeah.
From 1 to 2 on lunch break.
Like you're right. There's a heap of those around now, and a lot massive too because of the American gambling law changes over there. Like they're allowing gambling. Is it not just Vegas? I think they can gamble online now. And
what am I looking at?
Can you look that up for us? Because I think there was a change where they could actually gamble in America, not because it used to be just Vegas or like special spots, but then they've allowed online gambling.
Pretty sure you could gamble.
No idea. Sorry,
sports betting.
Their odds are really weird too. It's like 400 to 6. It's like just tell me how much money I'm going to make.
But your guys' thoughts on them sponsoring a lot of the sporting events? Like I know the Origin, there's a fair bit of sporting, like sports bets ads on that. Do you think it's probably MEP? You see it a fair bit in your industry, sponsored by the green with the white writing.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of green and white writing. I don't like it. I'm, not a big fan of it at all. I think if I can't have a hectic like cigarette ad anymore, and you can barely have a beer ad, but you're still allowed to have tab and sports bet and whatever else ads, like how is that allowed when, I'm pretty sure gambling would have destroyed a lot more families than smoking, maybe. I don't know. Maybe since they stopped it in cars. But I don't know. I just think it's grubby. Like, if you want it, you can find it. Like, I'm not allowed to have VIP room above a pub anymore because it advertises gambling, but Sportsbet can hammer on every time there's a try in the Origin. Like, it's a bit grubby to me.
Yeah, I'll have to look it up because Bills, you're flat out. That computer of yours will be taking off if we throw too many questions. But it'd be interesting to see the gambling revenue between poker machines and Sportsbet.
Thank you for that,
I'll look that up if you like Bills.
I agree with Cal there though. Like it sells itself without being pushed in people's face. Like you don't need to put imagine being like a recovering addict and just wanting to sit down and watch the footy, but then you go, shit, I can't, just for the fact that this is right in front of my face, dangling the carrot, so to say. Like I agree. Like all that stuff.
That's so easy. Like, it's not like
Yeah.
you've got to get up, get money out of the ATM, go down to the pub, put a 50 in at 2:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
Like, you can just lay there in bed, deposit money into your account, and hit it. Like, you
Yeah.
don't. There's no need to go out of your way to access it.
No,
Like,
exactly right. And
it's
it's it
wild
just
how
should have been
accessible it
should have been
is.
the face. Yeah.
Even I find
Yeah, doesn't
interesting,
need
like,
to be.
you need to log into a few apps with your mobile number, and the amount of text messages you get around Origin or big sports carnivals now, just to be like, all the bonus bets and all the encouragement to get into that. Like, if you sent that message out about poker machines or beer offers or something, you'd probably get shot.
Absolutely.
They're so
Oh,
strict
no.
on gambling, like at a casino. They crack down so hard at like the Star. You need to get a card and nominate how much money you want to put on it, and nominate how long you're going to be there. But sports bet on your app on the phone, you can bet your whole pay away in sitting on your couch at home watching the footy. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. And then you get ads on the TV relentlessly telling you, put a bet on, get these special odds, do this special deal.
Just looking at this
Just
information
relentless all the
based on
time.
recent Australian gambling losses, 72% approximate share is still through poker machines.
Yeah.
25% is through your sports and racing betting, and then your 3% your casino card game gambling. So
That's fair.
Yeah,
Because
pokies are still massive.
but that's because also the cash money's in your hand, isn't it? It's like, oh, you win 10 grand. Oh, that's not my money. I can put it back through and lose 20. Like it's that's why.
that's a really good point. That talking about like the ethical side, because you're right, drinking a beer versus putting money on gambling on a game.
Yeah.
I feel like I get a lot more upset when you're financially involved in a game result than financially involved in a beer. But that's just me personally.
But
Also,
it's just, it just doesn't need to be. Like, there's no need for it. It's just, if you want it, it's there. You know where to find it. It's the same as poker machines and cigarettes. Like,
yeah,
if
bring
you
back all
can't
the old-
advertise, well, that's it. Take the brakes off. Bring back the Marlboro ads. Let them go. Like, have
Start
at
fresh. Yeah.
it.
Beals, what's yours?
Get rid of pacifiers. Give them cigarettes. Like yeah.
Exactly.
Beals, what's your
I just
opinion,
think
mate?
it's they kind of go hard after some things and they don't touch other things, and they talk about gambling all the time, but you can sit at home on your phone and gamble as much as you like, and there's no repercussions for that. And then, as Callum says, geez, you try and advertise beer or a cigarette, and you're crucified for that as well. But gamble your life away, it doesn't really matter. They got a statue at the Bathurst Racing Museum, and it's an old Peter Brock statue, and he's standing on top of his Marlboro cigarettes car, and the Marlboro is so faint you can barely see it because they couldn't dare put the Marlboro symbol on there. It's just there, but you can gamble on anything you like and play your money on that. So they may as well just free game, let it all go.
I will
Who
give a quick
cares?
shout out to the River and a Rugby Review podcast that have got to their 10,000 listens, apparently, allegedly. I saw on their socials the other day that they've cracked it. Mainly helped to us, I feel like they said. I don't know if they've said that officially, but I feel like our sharing of their experiences has really added to their podcast. But yeah, congratulations, boys.
Congrats, boys. I think one certain coach probably has 7,000 of them listens, picking the podcast apart each week, making sure his team isn't getting picked on too much.
I was supposed to say, I'm going to have to cut this out. 42. Hang on. Yep, thank you. Emma was supposed to join us tonight. She was super excited to come back and just do a normal episode after the great episode we did with Emily. But netball news has broken. I think she's on a plane somewhere to go to a press conference somewhere to discuss this at higher levels. But all 8 teams of netball have no player contracts anymore. So we mentioned about the contract with going from Fox to 9. All their contracts will end up. Their sponsorship deal with Suncorp is appearing to be done, which is the naming rights for Suncorp Super Netball, who also sponsor the Australian Diamonds. So there's no major sponsor for the Super Netball series, and the TV deal is still on the table. So it looks like at the moment there's a massive amount of a lot going on. So yeah, no players have got any player contracts for the 2027 season.
Well, that's huge. I'm excited to have Emma's take on that.
Yeah,
next
she
time.
she was snowed under with information. She
Yeah.
wanted to get to the bottom of it, but yeah, we can break that here on the Aussie Backyard Banter. From what I understand, the TV deal was a lot less from Nine than it was from Fox.
Yep.
And obviously the sponsorship from Suncorp. So yeah, we're not sure what's going to happen there, but stay tuned. Emma will be on here when she knows all of the news possible.
By the sound of it, Suncorp's taking all Cow's money instead. So why I'm
Mate.
it, mate? Just sort them out for netball, can you?
I really hope they've dropped it because they're going under. They can find the biggest bag of schlongs and munch away.
Just before we finish up, I have had a few listeners touch base with me, and they love the chat and everything, but there's a few they want to get to know the pod on a bit more personal level. They want to know what drives all of us and how's it all going. And there's been a few questions who have started to come in now, and there's some good ones, some horrible, but some are great. So please keep them coming in. But I reckon the first one that we're going to start on, people are just interested in what our weeks look like, what we do on a weekly schedule. So is there anything like, Bills, what's your next three or 4 days look like, mate? Like what's in the world of Bills coming up? Anything exciting?
Do whatever I like. Might I don't know. Actually, I haven't thought that far ahead.
What's your
question,
relaxing
Tommy.
like? Do you nice Merlot and read your books behind you, or
no, a good TV show or a good movie or something instead, rather than read a book. Even though I probably should read more. Thanks for bringing that up. But that's a pretty simple, man.
That's
at the moment, I haven't got a lot going on.
Cal, you live a very different life to us. You're more that your weekend's gone now, and you're coming into your working week. I'd say. What's your next 3 or 4 days look like? What's your Friday, Saturday, Sunday? Are you
Friday, Sunday this week. Yeah, all day. I'll start work somewhere between 6 and 10 o'clock on Friday and Saturday night, depending on each week, and then finish again between 2 and 5 o'clock in the morning. Usually, go home, have a bit of a sleep in the morning, get up, do some stuff. But that's about it. And then the Sundays I have off most weeks, which are pretty good, so I still get to enjoy some normal weekend life. But yeah, it's not too bad. But yeah, once you're in it, it's not terrible. I've been doing it for bloody long enough. So.
That's sex work, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's good money, low effort. Yeah, absolutely. No, that's it. Just laying on my back, just on it. Pretty good.
How do you find, like, I know you have gone from pub jobs into a few more like rep Monday to Friday jobs. Do you find it a big switch bringing that Monday to Friday life, where now, like, say Mondays and Tuesdays are your weekends? Like, is it a big shift for you mentally?
Like, being a day walker is nice. It's just boring. Like, the whole 9 to 5 just office job just sounds like hell to me. And you make no money, to be fair, either. I make way more money doing way less work. I've just got to do it at 4 o'clock in the morning compared to, I'm on nearly 150% of what I was making as a sales job. I might get punched in the head a bit more, but it's a bit more exciting. So, had the good and the bad.
Oh, it's just interesting, isn't it? Like, it's you do see these. I guess you'd say it's shift work, isn't it? Like, it's still like it's just interesting to see how different people's lives are. We're winding down for our weekend now. Where Cal's gearing up for his working week. Like, it's cool. What about you, Mitch? You got anything planned?
Yeah. Mate, the podcast does take a little bit of my time. I'm no aficionado at editing yet, so it does take me a bit of time. But to be honest, mate, it's funny. I thought this is my first year not refereeing, so like having a Saturday free, I thought I'd be bored. I'd be looking for things to do, but I've actually really found that there's so many other cool things to do. Go and watch some other sports. I've started watching a bit of local AFL or go and catching up with friends. And, everyone in our friendship group, as you know now, Tommy, are moving on to that, setting up families and doing things like that. It's cool to be a part of them and catch up with people. And again, trying to get up and see Callum, and which is hard because he works on weekends, but just spending time. My wife's a shift worker too. So, our weekends aren't set in stone as some, so you kind of work around that and make the most. But just relaxing, enjoying it. For me, it's been about enjoying sport again.
Yeah.
Like, and I know it sounds silly, but like, super competitive. So, Saturdays would come around, Friday nights would come around, and, you're not having beers, you're watching a bit of footage, you're going over some stuff for the game. Saturday, you're sleep in a bit because you had an afternoon game. You know, you had this whole routine scheduled in that you kind of wasted. But now it's like someone's in town for Friday, you go to the pub, catch up for a quick beer and relax. Or if Pete's working, we can go out for dinner or something like that. Yeah, it's just
It's good, isn't it? Yeah.
It'll change. I'll probably get the itch and want to go back refereeing again. But yeah, for now it's good.
Oh, the itch always comes back.
Yeah.
No amount of cream can get rid of it.
But Tommy, I'm going to throw it back to you now because you've been asking everyone else a hard question. You've gone from coach, you've gone from party animal to father of 2.5. Like, what's your weekends like? Is there anything? Can you even predict what tomorrow's going to be like?
Mate, same thing. Like, I've been a part of rugby since I was, 9 years old? So that's literally near 26, 27 years, like a long time. And this year I was like, right, I'm not involved in rugby. And I was a bit like just worried, to be honest. Like that's always been what I am. But to be honest, I've not missed it one bit. Like I've loved not having the commitment of going, right, it's a weekend, shit, I've got to go to Griffith now. I'm leaving at 9 in the morning. I'll be back at 10 tonight. I won't see my family at all that day. So just the fact that it's like, right, I'm going to go watch CSU Bush Pigs versus Barella down at Pig Park and take the girls for a kick, have a watch there. Or like this weekend, we're going to Canberra, go to the zoo and go to the Brumbies game and stuff. Like stuff that you can't do when you're locked into a sporting team. So it's been great in that aspect. And don't get me wrong, in 2 or 3 years, you will probably see me back coaching Saturday comps again. But just at the moment, it's just great having, as you said, there's not that commitment. You're not stuck in the routine that you'd eventually learn to hate, I guess, because you're so stuck in the way. But no, it's good. Yeah, pretty cruisy weekends, and just as you said, being in the merch side of things and that in ag, it's a pretty full on job, unlike you agronomists. So we actually enjoy our weekends and make sure we get the most of them. Where you guys don't actually really clock on for the week. So yeah, shout out to my friends at Nutrient who listen to this.
Oh, gosh, it's a pile on.
So just to finish up, we're a team. Who would be our coach? If you had to pick a coach, well, none of us can do it. We're not captain coaches. If we had to pick a coach to mentor our whole group, who would you pick?
Emma.
No, but can't be a part of the group. You need to pick someone who's not a part of the podcast to come in and be our coach and guide us in the way of podcast life.
Clearly Mitch's Uncle Bill.
Yes, correct answer. 10 points for Gryffindor.
Eels?
Who should be
your
our
thought?
coach? Oh, geez, that's a very good question.
Like, who'd get the most out of us?
I reckon Callum from Better Beers had the opportunity, but he
slipped through his fingers. It did.
I shan't ever drink their product again. What's it called? Worst beer or something, is it? Is that what it's called?
Average.
No, we shan't slander. It is a delicious drop.
We gave him first rights. I think it's only fair. A massive market share with our demographic is really going to sway their market.
This will change in 6 to 7 years when we've got another 10 listeners. Oh, he'll be ruining his day.
That's a tough question, Tommy. Have you thought of someone?
Batman, but yeah. Nah, honestly, it's a tough one. Like, do you go like a life coach? Do you go another podcast guru? Like, do you go like your Hamish and Andy's, or
I'm going to throw this back at you. Like, I like the fact that we don't have a coach. It's unstructured. Mate, we started talking about rugby league origin and ended up abusing Better Beer for being average. Like, what coach is going to walk in here and try and sort that jumble out?
A bloody good one.
And then we somehow linked Callum fighting Suncorp to the netball dramas.
Well, that's all intertwineable.
If you were looking at us as a coaching perspective, you'd be like, nah, no way.
I'd cut straight away. You're gone. I'll be in the whole new team. We're going to restructure this. Oh, yeah, no, it's just a thought for you to take away with you.
A provocative thought. I love it. Yeah.
I'd like you to answer a 10-page essay for next week, please.
Yeah, ChatGPT will be onto it. No worries at all. Extend more pages. Matt, what have you got to finish us off, mate? Any words of wisdom to for this episode 14?
No, I don't think so. Job's cool. Play on. Let the boys play. Better beer.
Just think, and for all those sponsors out there, that could have been your logo. If you
Yeah, that
want
could have been
to
it.
sign off with your beer logo, insert here. That's the kind of sign off you'll get.
Exactly right.
Yeah,
If you
look,
want to have your logo
could be better than
planted
that.
in Mitch's living room,
Yeah.
his lovely wife would probably hate.
No,
but we'd love it up here,
Yep.
right here where my massive hand is.
with the fridge,
With
so
the
you can
fridge.
just reach
Yep.
in.
Yeah.
You can almost imagine it. So, Beals, mate, have you got a ad ready for us? A 5-second ad to send to the movie cinemas? and Bathurst
Sure.
to
I
get
suppose
it,
I'll
your
just wing
sponsorship?
it. Yeah. Metro Cinemas. I like movies, so give me a free ticket, and I'll give you a shout out. There it is.
Perfect.
Done.
Yeah.
Do you
Perfection.
reckon
Short and
advertising by
sweet.
chance? My
There might be
God.
like 10 extra listeners that might go there.
Do you reckon we can get an ad? Like, you know, when you go to the cinemas and the ads pop up before the trailers? Can we get a Aussie Backyard Banter ad at the Metro Cinemas in Bathurst? We're just a 30-second clip of saying how much we love movies and that we're big supporters. Like, how much would that cost?
I don't know. Well, unfortunately, we've spent every little bit of budget sponsoring the Australian Wheelchair Steelers.
Yes.
So if there is any funds left over from that, said we will. But I'll send that through to Metro, James, on the official email address. So make sure you keep the podcast updated
No
with
worries.
what outcomes we get.
Excellent.
Cool. Thomas, super coach of the podcast, mate. I know you wanted me to tell you that you are our coach. I
Thank
knew that
you.
was where you were angling that really
No,
hard.
I did say none of us can be the coach.
Yeah,
It
you
had
just
to
wanted
be-
us all to say, no, we
I-
want you, Tommy.
I'm the captain, kicker, 5'8", playmaker, but
Mate, enjoy Canberra. I look forward to hearing how that goes.
I will. Unfortunately, I miss next week.
Yep, that's
I'll
all.
be
That's all good.
in Sydney with my 18s boys at the New South Wales Rugby Country Championships.
Will you be able to call in?
Look, to be honest, I'm going Friday morning, but I'm just going to spend a bit of time with my family before I go, because I'm leaving for 4 nights. So,
Sure. Yeah, you could have just said yes to not answered, but you know.
no, mate, I'm an honest person. You know
very
this.
good. Yeah, I do. Yeah, like a book, mate. All good, guys.
Picture book.
Guys, thank you very much for joining us. Stay tuned, like, share, subscribe, all the good things. As Callum would say, what are we, mate?
Exclusive to Spotify, also on YouTube.
Till next time, team. Thank you and good night.